First press conference. Cool.
Welcome everyone to the press conference for I Want Someone to Eat Cheese With. We have a really incredible array of comedic talent seated at this table.
When you're younger, you don't think anything. 30 is the first time you go, hey, but you don't take it that seriously. 40, you go, hey, and then I'll experience the ones later on. It was. There was a lot of difficulties for me that are in the film, as well as that personally, it happened to me. Yeah, but lots of good times too. Yeah.
I think I've depressed you sufficiently, so let me take some questions from the audience.
Well, I was the aggressor in this more. It wasn't like I didn't suffer much in this, but I will give you it. One time, and this is true, a guy made me play 20 questions on a date to guess that he had herpes. That's how he told me.
Oh, dear God.
What did you say?
Well, then I'm like, I don't have any condoms. And then he said, yes, you do. I saw in your bathroom. And then I was just at an age where I was just like, ugh, fine. Oh, wait, but then I ended up not. Oh, well, it's such a long story because then he started putting the condom on completely flaccid. The guy was like 40. I said, what are you doing? And he goes, I'm putting the condom on. And then I go, you have to have an erection. He goes, I never heard that before.
Oh, dear God.
I didn't think the story would go that far. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
The first part was good enough.
No, it was all good. I'm inspired for my next movie.
Then we ended up nothing happened.
I had the exact same answer.
Well, for me, I had many painful dating experiences that loosely based on the truth. Television, for example. At my point right now, I'll only work with HBO. I have no desire. I just tried something with somebody else, and I've had lots of experience with all the networks and everything. I creatively can only do something at HBO. I also don't want in the corner a promo for what's coming up in an hour, which takes you out of things, which HBO doesn't do, So my interest mostly lies in film now. That's why I'm saying, HBO only. And I think that, yes, the places where you can do it smaller and smaller, but it can be done.
I'm optimistic because, time marches on and technology changes, and it takes, it's like if you think of the studio system as this massive, cruise ship, or it takes a long time. It's an oil tanker. It takes a long time to turn around. But just think right now, there are tens of thousands of people out there probably shooting on ever better, video quality cameras, and they're putting it right into their iMovie, and they're cutting it and they're putting it online, and it's like that. People have been saying that for 10 years, but the technology hasn't been there for 10 years. I mean, there were guys doing that 10 years ago.
Right, yeah.
But
there's more opportunity for storytellers to be out
there's
there.
There's 34 million people on MySpace, good or bad, and eventually there's going to be, so from that will be, let's just say, people who get it done in an alternative way, and then if then it gets, becomes popularized, it will then reach, the mainstream, and then the mainstream will change a little.
And marketing is a huge part of people getting to see a story.
Yeah.
It's just a fact of business,
Yeah,
and
right.
that money goes to probably the obvious, less layered, less risky approach to storytelling, which doesn't always mean that it's not good storytelling.
Right.
It can still be of a very high quality, and that's always objective, of course. But I think that maybe that's the issue, is that when you can make money in an easier way,
Because it is for them about making money, and I respect that.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's their business. Mom, my parents, the first time they came to see me, sat up in front, and I ate it. So it was not a fun moment.
And friends?
Friends, the same. Depends on how close. But even people you don't want anyone you know. You want them in the back, in the dark. You just want to be vulnerable and not. There shouldn't be anything in your head except performing and doing what you do. If I had to have friends and family, like I'm big on, Larry David is huge on, and I follow it. Close set, close set, close set. And close set means unless I approve it, or unless Larry approves it. but I don't want friends and family sitting. And like now Bonnie came to see me, us film Curb Your Enthusiasm, or came to a set that I'm filming, that doesn't, we're the same. That doesn't affect anything. My mom sitting there, a cousin, woo, it affects everything. It ruins everything. It just makes everything so less, it's just, you know, even when I'm done with a show, I only want to be around other performers. I don't even want to be around my cousin, the accountant. Before a show on another day, great.
My name is davidjr.com.